प्रभु दया करो मोरे, तुम बिना के दयालो जगत संसारे, तुम बिना के दयालो जगत संसारे, पतित पावना दिदु तव अवतारा, पतित पावना दिदु तव अवतारा, समापति प्रभु न पाइबे आह प्रभु नित्यानंद, प्रेमानंद सूक्ष्मे कृपा करो करुणा करो, आमी पौर दुखी दया करो सीतापति, अद्वैत गोसाई तव कृपा चैतन्य निताय, महास्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथा, भट्ट जुगा श्री जीवा सब लोकनाथा, दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास, रामचंद्र संज्ञा मगे नरोत्तम दाता, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदात्रयं, वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथारितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं हरिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते, गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते, तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये, वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिने नामिने, नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hi Krishna everyone, this is Shri Radha Govinda and Shri Prabhupada. So let's start with chapter 1. So before that we should know what, so we'll cover up to 22 verses today. Okay. So chapter 1 to 6 is the first unit of Bhagavad Gita. So this unit actually aims to deepen your understanding of the relationship between Varnashram Dharma and Krishna consciousness. And this topic is essential to understand the Bhakti Shastras, which is introduced in the first verse of Bhagavad Gita Dharma Kshetra until the 18th chapter. Okay, Krishna concludes his discussion on the principle of religion. So we'll start with Gita Mahatmya by, can you put in the chat who wrote Gita Mahatmya? Just type. Maline mojanam pumsa chalasnanam dine dine sakrit Gitamrita snanam samsara malanashanam. One may cleanse himself. Dikshit Prabhu, very good. This is Shankaracharya. Good. Adi Shankaracharya have written this verse. One may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water. But if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. So every day. So Bhagavad Gita is also considered to be Ganges. Why? Because it has come from the mouth, lotus mouth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so we take everyday bath, and the external dirt is God. But then when you drink Bhagavad Gita every day, then what happens? All the material existence gets vanquished. Gita sukita kartavyam kinnalne kimmanye shastravestarai ya swayam patmanabhasya muga patmat vinashrita. So ya swayam patmanabhasya, it has come from the lotus mouth of Lord Shri Krishna. And what is the use of any other scriptures? Right? Only need to attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. One need not read any other Vedic literature. It is given. Just one literature is enough, because first of all, we don't have time in Kali Yuga, because it's spoken by the Supreme Personality God. Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Vedic literatures. Sarvopanishato kavo Gota Gopalanandana Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Duktham Gitamritam Mahat. So all the Upanishads, if it's put in the form of a cow, okay, and Gita Upanishad is the essence of all Upanishads. If you put in like a cow, and you can milk, who is milking? Krishna is milking, and the other cow had boy. And Arjuna is like a calf who is drinking this nectar milk of Bhagavad Gita. So always Srila Prabhupada have given us this Bhagavad Gita as it is in a simple way, so that we can relish it. So you can raise a digital hand. What do you think is the mood and mission? Why Srila Prabhupada wrote this Bhagavad Gita as it is? There were so many Bhagavad Gitas in the market, right, available. But why did he specifically write this? And yes, Dikshit Prabhu?
The message as it is to the devotees, as it comes in a Guru Shishya Parampara.
Okay, so yeah, from the Guru Shishya Parampara, he wanted to give it like as it is. So what else is so specific in this book? Which is, yes, it's coming from the Guru Shishya Parampara, from the right disciplic succession. Very good. And then, what about the message, Prabhu? Is the message, did he add anything, delete anything?
No, Mataji, the message is as it is. What Krishna told, he mentioned the purpose and the translation in a direct manner.
But what is the proof? How do you say it is as it is? What is the proof? What is the living proof? Yeah, Shreya Mataji says it's given by the bona fide spiritual master. Very good. Yes. You can put in the chat also, or else you can raise a digital hand. No, but yes, Dikshit Prabhu, I agree, like you're saying it is as it is. But what is the proof that it is the original Bhagavad Gita spoken by Krishna? Yes, anyone else know? Someone else can add to it. Put in the chat also. What is the proof? What do you think is the proof that it is coming from the right parampara, and it is like as it is, the spoken 5,000 years before to Arjuna? Sanjay Prabhu says to guide the students. Like almost close. Like, see, why we say this is like as it is, because this Bhagavad Gita has produced millions and millions of devotees all over the world. Right? Before that, so many Bhagavad Gitas were in the market. Was there able to produce so many devotees? No. Morning I was hearing that the first Russian devotee, does anyone know his name? Ananta Shakti. So Ananta Shakti, his grace, Ananta Shakti Prabhu, he was the only Russian initiated disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Now, how many devotees are there from Russia? So just few hours Prabhupada preached to him, Ananta Shakti Prabhu, in a hotel room, and preached Bhagavad Gita to Ananta Shakti Prabhu. So he hand wrote the Bhagavad Gita and translated to Russian language. Now we have so many devotees from Russia. We have a Russian house in Vrindavan, and you can see so many Sankirtans happening. Even in our temple, there is like 5-6 Russian devotees. Every temple has Russian. So many full-time devotees are there. So what is the proof? And you go to any ISKCON temples, one IIT person will be there. Even our temple person, Namanishta Prabhu, is an IIT graduate. So you think IIT is not difficult to crack? It's the most difficult. Most intelligent people. Why are they taking up Krishna consciousness? By reading Prabhupada's books. So that means it is the knowledge as it is. Definitely it has come from Krishna. Otherwise it cannot produce millions of devotees all over the world. Even most of you are chanting, all of you are chanting 16 rounds. Like you all came through online preaching, right? how did you take up Krishna consciousness? Just by hearing Prabhupada's words and reading Prabhupada's lectures, right? So that means it was so powerful. It is not different from Krishna. Our only purpose is to present Bhagavad Gita as it is, in order to guide the conditioned student to the same purpose for which Krishna descended in the planet once in a day of Brahma. So it's to establish dharma. Instead of satisfying his own personal material senses, he has to satisfy the senses of the Lord. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. That's the highest perfection of life. The Lord wants this and he demands it. One has to understand the central point of Bhagavad Gita is Krishna. And our Krishna conscious movement is teaching the whole world the central point. So the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada writing this is the Bhakti Shastri courses to help you to understand and appreciate the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada and to perpetuate this understanding within this society. Okay, so we'll start with the first sloka. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yutsavaha mamaga pandavaschaiva kimakurvada sanjaya. So Nivedha Mataji, just remind me, I have to share the Bhakti Shastri handbook. I think I've shared the student's handbook and also the slokas to memorize. Okay, all of you should be able to memorize the slokas. The first chapter, the first sloka is to be memorized. Okay, so please start memorizing the slokas, and also I'll share the student's handbook to you, where so many notes will be there. So all of you should have a hard copy of Bhagavad Gita with you. So the first sloka, who speaks what to whom? When who's speaking, you can put in the chat. Who's speaking this? O Sanjaya, after my sons and son of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra desiring to fight, what did they do? Bhakti Shastri is an interactive session. So I request all of you to either raise your digital hand or put in the chat. Okay, so that it is easy for us to learn. It's okay if you go wrong. Yeah, Sikriti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So King Dhritarashtra was speaking to Sanjaya.
Yes. Why did he ask this question, Mataji? Like, is it relevant? He's asking, what did my sons and Pandu sons do in the Kurukshetra war battlefield?
Because he had that fear in his mind that if the fight will take place or not, as it is a place of pilgrimage, which is pious in nature.
Yeah, so already the land was pious, and so he thought there might be an influence of the place in the outcome of the battle, right? And he wanted the battle to happen, right? He wanted the battle to happen. He was a little partial. So Dhritarashtra said to, no, this Sneha Mataji, this sloka is by Dhritarashtra to Sanjaya, okay? So he's Dhritarashtra Uvaja. You can see the first beginning is the sloka starts with Dhritarashtra Vaja. So it's Dhritarashtra speaking to Sanjay. Actually, he don't have to ask this question, but why is he asking this question? The Purport Prabhupada explains the two reasons is he didn't want a compromise between the cousins. Sometimes you fight with the cousins and you tell sorry and you compromise, right? But then Dhritarashtra didn't want that compromise to happen between Pandavas and Kauravas. He wanted the battle to happen. And second, as Mataji said, he was fearful. Yeah, that's okay. So he was fearful that whether the place will have an influence on the outcome of the battle. Because we know Kauravas are, first of all, in Dharma side, right? Pandavas. So why this question was asked? So you already, Skriti Mataji answered. Because it's Dharma Kshetra, it's a religious field. And Dharma Kshetra is the place where religious rituals are performed. And whoever is on the Dharma side will win. So Pandavas were automatically Dharma, on the Dharma side, religious, right? Right, yes. And Krishna was on this side. Because on the battlefield, the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna was beside the side of Arjuna. So this is how the question will come in Bhakti Shastri. This is one of the question. Why Dhritarashtra was doubtful? Why? Because he didn't want a compromise between the cousins. This is all I've taken from the purport. You can read. He didn't want a compromise between the cousins and brothers, and he was very fearful about the influence of the holy place on the outcome of battle. For example, if there is a home match, India Park or India Australia, some home match is happening, hometown. So if the match is happening in our place, what happens? The whole crowd will be cheering for India. So there is a almost a 75% chance that we might win. We might. No, sometimes, but not all the time. But still, there is some chance, right? And so Pandavas are naturally on the Dharma side, and the the battlefield, it's called Kurukshetra because where the battle happened, but Dharmakshetra also. Why? Because Dharma will win. So naturally, automatically, Pandavas had so much opportunity to win. So Dhritarashtra was very doubtful about this. He didn't want that to happen. Okay. So what is the analogy that is used about the paddy field? Can anyone explain? Okay, I'll unmute everyone. Just what is the analogy Prabhupada gives in the end of the purport? The paddy field. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Nidhi Mataji. Yes.
Mataji, like that weed come out along with the paddy plant. So that is
Yes.
how they were compared with the weed.
Yeah, so that means the Kauravas were compared to the weeds, no? Yes.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So analogy used is how in the paddy field you can see some weeds growing and you have to pluck it away so that the paddy gets nice nourishment and can grow. Similarly, Kauravas were unwanted plants or unwanted people there. Krishna wanted to just wipe them out. As in the paddy field, the unnecessary plants are taken out. In the religious field of Kurukshetra, unwanted plants like the Dhritarashtra's son, Duryodhana and others should be wiped out. But why did Krishna wanted the war to happen? He's the supreme personality of Godhead, right? He could have stopped the battle. Why do you think he wanted the battle? Yes, Dikshit, can unmute.
Mataji, because he wanted to explain the Bhagavad Gita and he want to establish the dharma.
That's good. But what will happen at the, that is one reason. What is the other reason? What will happen to the Kauravas at the end of the battle?
Mataji, they'll be destroyed and they'll be liberated also.
They will be
Mukti.
liberated. Yeah. So what type of mukti? Let's hold on, Dikshit Prabhu. It's not Sayuja. That's for the Mayavadis who gets it. But we think they got it. But I'll explain. That's not the mukti they got. Okay, because Bhagavatam explains something more. Let's see. So that, that's Arubhya. Okay, because they saw the form of the Lord at the two-handed form. That is the Parthasarathi form. So that's why. So yes. So why Krishna wanted the battle? So that the Bhagavad Gita can be spoken. Now, if there is no battle, then how will Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita? And why Arjuna is lamenting in the first chapter? Because he's thinking, oh, I can't fight, compassion, sin, and all that. He was feeling so sad because Krishna's Yogamaya covered. Arjuna is a great Kshatriya. He can't have all these lamentations. But Arjuna lamented so that Krishna can speak Bhagavad Gita. And another reason is they can get liberation. All the Kauravas can get liberation. It was time for Krishna to end up his pastime and go back. So all the Kauravas and everyone are Krishna's associates in the eternal world. So when he wants to go back, he wants to take everyone and go back. Because when the kings go somewhere, he takes his associates and go, right? And the next sloka says, Pashetam Pandaputranam Acharyam Mahadim Chamam Yudam Drupada Putrena Tavat Shishyena Dhimata. Oh my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu. So expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. Now this is Duryodhana's political behavior, diplomacy. Duryodhana is coming to Dronacharya and saying, okay, by the way, who's the son of Drupada? Anybody can unmute? Oh, 1 second. Yes.
Drishtatyuman Mataji.
Drishtatyuman. So what is the connection? Does anyone know the connection between the Drupada and Dronacharya? Then only you'll be able to understand. Who was Drupada?
They were friends, Mataji.
Sharanya Mataji.
They were childhood.
Yes, Sharanya Mataji.
They were friends, Mataji.
Yeah, then what happened after that? They became enemies, no?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So now what happened is Dronacharya was the teacher, right? He trained Pandavas and Kauravas. He also trained Drupada's son. So Drupada and Dronacharya were friends, but they became enemy later on because that time Drupada said that he will help Dronacharya, but then he could not help. And after Dronacharya could not help Drupada, so he became his enemy. And Drupada promised that my son will kill Dronacharya. So son of Drupada is Drishtadyumna. The daughter of Drupada is who? He had a daughter also, no? Who was the daughter of Drupada? No idea?
Draupadi, Mataji.
Yeah, Draupadi. Right, so Draupadi was the, so that means Arjuna, how is the connection between Drishtadyumna and Arjuna? They're brother-in-laws. So Drishtadyumna, the brother-in-law, have arranged so much army on the side of Pandavas. So instead of saying Drishtadyumna, Duryodhan purposely used the term son of Drupada. Why? Let's see why he politically used that. But Dronacharya, as a Brahmana, he trained everyone. He knows Duryodhana is going to kill him, but still he trained. So now I'll explain. Now I will break you to two breakout rooms. Okay, one a comment will come on your screen that join breakout room. You just click onto it and go to room number 1 or 2, and then there will be like 4-5 devotees in one room. So this is the first time you're having a breakout room. I'll explain how it works. Go to the breakout room. Don't stay in this room. Go to the breakout room, and there some 4-5 devotees will be there. I split into 2. Now there you discuss. Okay, from verse 3 to 11. Just go through the purport. Explain Duryodhana's diplomacy, how he behaved like a politician by using the word Drupata Putrena, and select a representative. Like some of you should, one of person I'll give you 3 minutes to speak on the summary of your group discussion. So it'll be at 5-10 minutes of breakout room. So I'll make breakout room. Just go to the room and go through the purports, and all of you discuss. And one person, you decide who is going to come and speak. Is that okay? Yeah, just fill the attendance form. And then this is a question, okay? You have to explain Duryodhana's diplomacy or a political behavior of Duryodhana by using the term Drupata Putrena. So I'll break you into breakout rooms, two rooms. Yeah. Okay, so all are back. I
Yes,
hope you had
Mataji.
a nice discussion in the breakout room. Okay, so let's take from room number. Yeah, 1 second. Let's take from room number 3. Yes, Mataji. Nivedana Mataji, you want to speak?
Yeah, Mataji, Luton Mataji will summarize from our group.
Yeah.
Luton Mataji, please unmute.
Okay, wait. I'll unmute everyone. Yes, Mataji, you can unmute now. So there were. So in room number 2, there was Amit Prabhu, Niti Mataji, Nivedana Mataji, Nutan Mataji, Sanjay Prabhu, Sikruti Mataji, and Sindhu Mataji. Yes. Nutan Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji. In text 3, we come to know that Drishtadumna, son of Drupada, it was already Dronacharya knows that he is going to kill him in future. But
Yes.
even though he has given all the details or all the secrets of military education to him. So here Duryodhana is telling that you were very lenient at the time of giving him this education, and it may be used against us because now he's from Pandava side.
Yes.
Okay, and he has a doubt also. Duryodhana has a doubt because Dronacharya is making arrangements of army at the time of the war, and opposite side Arjuna is also there, and he is a very favorite student of Dronacharya. So
Yes.
these words he is telling in this concept, in this under this condition where he should not be very lenient and help the opposite side, all the enemies. This is one thing, and another thing he is telling that from their side, from Kaurav side, there are many stalwart fighters, great fighters like Dronacharya, Pitamaha Bhishma, then Karna and Ashwasthama, etc. So he is very confident about their victory. Another
Yes.
point we have discussed is Mataji that he has first said that he was praising power of Pitamaha Bhishma, and he knew that nobody can win him. But at the same time, he's telling that he's a very elderly person and they have to support him from all the sides. Why he's telling all these things? Because Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya in the battle, he's telling this because at the time of the assembly, when Draupadi was
Yes,
in a helpless
Mataji.
condition, they did not utter a word in giving her justice. So they know that this time also they have to support Bhishma Devani, Pitamaha Bhishma, because he is a very elderly person. But at the same time, he is very confident that they are going to win. This is what we discussed, Mati.
Very nice. Okay, so room number 1 with Sharanya Mother, Shriya Mother, Sneha Mother, Suresh Prabhu, Kedar Prabhu. Yes, who can speak? Suresh. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Mataji, Arjuna was, Duryodhana was here trying to show that he is not afraid. Maybe he is in doubt in his mind, but he is boldly making just statements. So he is making sure in the third shloka that Dronacharya remembers what he has done to the son of Drupada. So that he is not lenient again, while he was very lenient while giving the all the teachings of army skills, and in the also he points out that there are great fighters like Yudhana, Virata, and Drupada, and so they're mentioned. They're very powerful, but he is also confident that they will. He is just making sure, giving a pep talk like just to remind them they also can win in the battle. So inside he is not so sure, but he is still making sure that they do not think in the negative way.
Okay, very nice. So, okay, so I hope you had a nice discussion. So all of you should speak in the breakout room, okay? Not like some speak, but nice, Prabhu. Very good. So all of you should speak, and one person decide that you come and speak. So it's nice breakout room, like a small discussion, like a group discussion you can have. This is how Bhakti Shastri course. If without breakout room, then it doesn't become interactive. Initially, some will be reluctant to speak. That's okay. but still you can contribute by putting your answers in the chat or something. But then just speak up, okay? It's okay if we are wrong also. We are here to study. This is not an exam. We're just here to understand Bhagavad Gita in and out. So Bhakti Shastri is aiming for that. So detail. Now when you go level 1, level 2, level 3, we are just superficially reading. But then in Bhakti Shastri, we go in depth, a little bit deep in different aspects. Okay, so as you all explained about Duryodhana's diplomacy, or how like a politician using the term Drupata Putrena. So you understood? Duryodhana was a great diplomat who wanted to point out the defect of Dronacharya as a great Brahmana commander-in-chief. He pointed out the mistake which Dronacharya have done so that Dronacharya may be alert and uncompromising in fighting. So actually, Dronacharya didn't do any mistake. He's a Brahmana. Right, as a Brahmana, he had to give teachings to everyone. But then Duryodhana purposely went and said, see, you did a mistake. We never pointed out the mistake of our teachers. So that's like a political behavior. In order to agitate Dronacharya, I know that is one thing. And purposely he used the term Drupada Putrena, so that Drupada is his enemy and Drupada Putra Drishtadyumna is also his enemy. And knowing that, purposely Dronacharya trained him. So, like a diplomatic behavior, you can see. So Dronacharya knew that Drupada Maharaj has got a son, and in future he would kill me. Still, when he was offered to become his disciple to learn the military art, he accepted. Yes, that means the Brahmanas were so liberal. When he is coming as my disciple, never mind, he would kill me in future. It doesn't matter, but I must give him teaching. This is what Dronacharya was thinking. So Prabhupada comments that so many other examples, so all the fighters' names are mentioned. Why is it important to mention? Because we are meant to chant Hare Krishna, but we can just chant, why all these great fighters are names are given, that might be asked. So Prabhupada says, no, anything that is in association with Krishna becomes Krishnatized. Nirbande Krishna Sambande. Whenever there is a connection with Krishna, that also becomes Krishna. So different warriors' names are mentioned. Krishna wanted to gather all these demonic people in the Kurukshetra and kill them all of a sudden, like everyone together, right? Because if he killed them, if they die at their home, they won't get moksha. Anybody who is dying, who is leaving their body, the soul, we are spirit soul. Anybody who's leaving their body in the presence of Krishna, by seeing Krishna or with the hands of Krishna, will get liberated. So Krishna, this was Krishna's plan. So that was his plan. Not even a blade of grass moves without Krishna's knowledge. So, okay. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yada bhagam avastitaha bhishmam eva vivrakshanto bhavatat sarva eva hi. All of you must now give full support to Grandfather Bhishma as you stand at your respective strategic points of entrance into the phalanx of army. Now again, Duryodhana plays a diplomacy here by going to Bhishma's side and telling everyone, see, all of you should support Bhishma, okay? Just encouraging Bhishma, okay? And he used the term Paryaptam. Our strength is immeasurable because we are protected by Bhishma, whereas the strength of Pandavas are limited. We are protected by Bhima. So he used the word aparyaptam. Is used it complete as well as incomplete. Dronacharya heard that the army is incomplete. Bhishma heard it's complete. Thus, the expert diplomat Duryodhana encouraged both Bhishma and Dronacharya with one word, aparyaptam. He went and said, Dronacharya, our army is not complete, so you have to fight. Then he went and told Bhishmacharya, our army is complete because you are there. Now that's also a diplomacy, like a politician. Okay. Why Duryodhana was confident that Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya would support him? Can someone who never spoke can speak? I'll unmute everyone. Why was he confident?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, because they didn't speak when in the assembly when Draupadi was being insulted there.
Very nice. Yes, good. So when Draupadi was insulted in the Sabha, when the gambling match was about to fail and Draupadi became a slave, and Dushasana, because Duryodhana told Dushasana to go and drag Draupadi's and try to make her naked in the assembly, what happened? Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya didn't say a word. Why do you think? So that is one thing. And during gambling, so Duryodhana was so confident that the full support of Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya. Why? Because when Arjuna's wife Draupadi was insulted in her helpless condition, then nobody helped her, right? Even though they were there. And also during the type of gambling performance also they didn't speak a word. So Duryodhana was so confident. Yes, they're going to support. But why do you think they didn't speak a word? Why they were keeping quiet? Dikshit?
Mataji, because Bhishma Dev had taken a vow that he'll be in support with Hastinapura forever.
Yeah, he'll support Kauravas. Yes, then.
And Acharya, Dronacharya, he was very attached to his son Ashwatthama. And Ashwatthama was on their side. So he was forced to do that, Mataji.
Okay. So yes. So what else happens when you become a like imagine you are like working for a particular company. So when the boss of the company says something, you just obey, because or you are a government servant, you have to obey the government rules and regulations, you like it or not. So Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya is coming under Dhritarashtra's rule. Now they are working then, so there is a financial support from them, so they kept quiet. Second is, as Prabhu said, yes, there is a soft corner of Ashwatthama, his son, and he was on the side of Kauravas, and they didn't speak a word, right? So, and then when she looked at her 5 husbands, they didn't speak a word. Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya also didn't speak a word, but Bhishmacharya gave a clue, just looking up, like call for Krishna. Then finally she called for Krishna. So why was Dronacharya confident that he will? I mean, why was Duryodhana confident? Because during when Arjuna's wife Draupadi was insulted, they didn't speak a word, and during gambling performance also they didn't object, right? Sagoshodhartha Rashranam Hridayani Vedarayat Napascha Prithivim Chaiva Tumulo Abhyanunadayan. The blowing of the different conch shells became uproarious and thus vibrating both the sky and on earth. It shattered the hearts of sons of Dhritarashtra. Now, why did it shatter the hearts of Kauravas? When Bhishmacharya and everyone blew the Shankha, nothing happened to the Pandavas. But when Krishna and Arjuna blew the Shankha, it shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Yes, Sikriti Mataji?
Because it was a transcendental conch shell, and the transcendental conch shell actually shatters the heart of the evil intentions. So that is the reason they were shattered.
Yes, Nidhi Mataji, you like to add something?
Mataji, because Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself was with the Pandavas, that's why.
Yeah, so the Supreme Personality of Godhead was there, and someone who have taken shelter of Krishna, they don't have to fear. Sharanya Mataji, what is your... Can you unmute?
Mataji, by hearing the sound of Krishna's conch shell, Duryodhana felt that victory of Pandavas is fixed. He felt a bit feared after hearing that conch shell sound.
So an example given is, just imagine there is a thief in the market, like we are all in a mall or something, and somebody has stolen something, but nobody found out who that was. Okay, stolen. And then when he hear the siren of a police jeep, what will happen to him? His heartbeat will increase, because he's done a theft. So naturally he has that fear. Oh, will I get caught? Will I get caught? So naturally his heartbeat start increasing. Even if it's a siren of an ambulance, from a distance he think it's a police van, and then his heartbeat increases. But for us, there's nothing, because we are righteous. We are not. So when we see some police on the road, we are not scared. Why? Because we have not done any sin or anything wrong. But somebody who have done a theft or something wrong, they'll always have that fear. So Kauravas, as you all said, yes, they have done adharma. What was the adharma they did? They have taken up away the Hastinapur kingdom, which doesn't belong to them. Because when Pandu, the kingdom actually belonged to Pandu, but then Pandu died in a very early age, and that time the Pandavas were so young, they could not take the kingdom. And Vidura, one of another brother, because he was born out of the Shudra mother, he was also not eligible to become the king. The last option was Dhritarashtra, even though he was blind, he was made a king, so that when Pandavas become mature, they can give the kingdom back. But when on the way, what happened? Dhritarashtra became so envious of Pandavas, and he wanted his son Duryodhana to be the king, which is wrong. They should supposed to give the kingdom back. And after the gambling match, they didn't give even anything to the Pandavas. Even 5 villages were not given, and the battle happened. right? So this all shattered the hearts. Okay, can you put in the chat what is the Shankha name of Krishna? Krishna blow a Shankha, which Mataji said it's transcendental. Definitely it's transcendental, which shattered the hearts. Type Mataji, type in the chat. Sharanya Mataji, type in the chat to the host. Yeah, very good. Yeah, all of you. And make you active in the class by typing. It should not be. No, Sharanya Mataji, something different. Yeah, Panchajanya, right? And what is the Shankar name of Arjuna? Arjuna. Panchajanyam Rishikesho. Then what did Arjuna blew? Deva Datta Dhananjaya. Very good. Yes. So you should know the Shankar name of all the five, all of them. That Rishikesha. That's Krishna's Panchajanya. Then Arjuna's is Devadatta. Okay. So Devadatta and Bhima, or we'll call that as Poundra. Poundra is Bhima's. Okay. Yudhishthira is Ananda Vijaya, Nakula is Sukhosha, and Sahadev is Mani Pushpaka. So at least you should know about Krishna and Arjuna, Panchajanya and Rishikesh and Devadatta. Why Krishna is called Rishikesh? Okay, now let's come to this session, brainstorming. Why Krishna is called Madhava? What's the meaning of Madhava? I've unmuted everyone. You can unmute.
Husband of Madhavi Mataji.
Very good, Sharanya Mataji. Yeah, husband of Madhavi or husband of goddess of fortune. That's why Krishna is called Madhava. This is one of the reasons why Pandavas won. And goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, were herself on the field. And chariot was given by Agni Dev, right? And what is Kapitvaja?
The emblem of Lord Hanuman. The emblem of Lord
Hanumanji.
Yeah, Hanumanji, right? What is the significance of Hanumanji? Why is Kapitvaja?
No fear.
No fear, but when did Hanuman support whom?
Lord
Lord
Ram, he supported.
Lord Ram, yeah.
And
so Hanuman supported Lord Ram in Treta Yuga, and when the same Lord came as Krishna, again the presence of Hanuman was there. And also Arjuna, Hanuman is a Vaishnava, so Arjuna was taking help from a Vaishnava also. What are the other reasons why Arjuna won, why the Pandavas won? Why I'm asking questions, you have already done in level 1. So there are 9 reasons now why Arjuna won. One is Krishna was there. Next is goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi was there. Chariot given by Agni Dev, Kapitvaja. Then Nutan Mataji. What are the other reasons? Which day was it?
Mataji, sorry.
Mokshada Ekadashi.
It was
Mataji,
also the place of pilgrimage, Mataji.
The place is Dharmakshetra. Very good. Then
Mokshada Ekadashi day.
Mokshada Ekadashi. Very good. It's Mokshada Ekadashi. Then what else? What else are the reasons? What about the bow?
The blowing of the conch shell.
Blowing of the conch shell. What is the bow of Arjuna called as?
Gandiva Mataji.
Gandiva, because of Gandiva. Yes. So all these were reasons why Arjuna won, right? So Krishna was there, Rishikesha, then chariot given by Agni Dev, the goddess of fortune. Lakshmi was there, Kapitvaja, the sign of Hanuman. Then the Gandiva bow, the blowing of conch shells. Then it was Mokshate Ekadashi, right? And Tyakta Jivita, there were many ready to give the life to Arjuna. And all these were the reasons why Arjuna won. So Madhava, we know, goddess of fortune. The wife, husband of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. Why Krishna is called Rishikesha? Put in the chat. Rishikesha means? Chat, type in the chat. Rishikesha. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate. Why Krishna is called Rishikesha? Yeah, control of senses or master of senses. Very good. So Krishna is called master of senses, and here Krishna is controlling Arjuna's senses, trying to control Arjuna's senses. Directly controls the transcendental senses of Arjuna. So Krishna is called Rishikesha, right? Why Krishna is called Achyuta? Next sloka we'll see. Why Krishna is called Achyuta? Why? Why Krishna is called Achyuta? Yeah, infallible or unfallible. Yes, Krishna is infallible. He doesn't fall from his position. Infallible means there are 2 explanations given. We'll see later. Okay, now that's a sloka. Now, Panchanya Rishikesha Devadatta Dhananjaya, right? Why is Arjuna called Dhananjaya? Okay, now I'll unmute. Why Arjuna is called Dhananjaya?
Help his brother.
Mataji, because he is the conqueror of wealth.
Conqueror of wealth, yes. When did he conquer wealth? For whom? Arjuna conquered wealth for Yudhishthira Maharaj, okay? When Yudhishthira Maharaj, he helped his elder brother Yudhishthira Maharaj to fetch some wealth when it was required to conduct different sacrifices. So Dhananjaya, Dhana means wealth, Jaya, someone who won over the wealth, or is called Dhananjaya because he helped to fetch wealth. And Bhima is called Vrigodara. Why? Because he eats voraciously. That's why. So Krishna Rishikesha, then Arjuna is called Dhananjaya. So Prabhupada mentions about Vaishnavism. So in the fighting principle, Arjuna is fighting for Krishna. He's following the previous fighting Acharya, Hanumanji. Therefore, he has depicted his flag with Hanuman, that Hanumanji kindly help me. This is Vaishnavism. I've come here to fight for Lord Krishna. You fought also for the Lord, kindly help me. This is the idea of Kapitvaja. So Arjuna is asking help from Hanumanji. So any activities of Vaishnava, they should always pray to the previous Acharya, kindly help me, kindly. Vaishnava is always thinking helpless, right? And begging help from the previous Acharyas, like we ask help from Srila Prabhupada. So there are two missions, not to give protection to the devotees, but also to kill the demons. That's why Krishna appears, right? Paritranaya sadhuna vinaya chatushkala. So devotees of Krishna should be trained in both the ways, not only to give protection, but also to kill the demons. That is Vaishnavism. Generally, Vaishnava is non-violent, just like Arjuna. In the beginning, he was non-violent. Krishna, what is the use of this fighting? Let them enjoy. So by nature, he was non-violent, but was induced by Krishna to become violent. Your non-violence will not help. You should be violent. You should kill them because Krishna have already done it. So if Krishna wants, we shall be prepared to become violent. So those who are devotees of Krishna, they should be trained up both the ways. They should be prepared. But generally, there is no question of becoming violent. But where are the situations where a Vaishnava can become violent? Normally, we should be Pranata, peace, and each, and we should be very tolerant.
When any criticism for Krishna.
Yes, Suresh Prabhu?
If anybody places Krishna or any hindrance in services to Krishna, then we should be.
Yes. So if someone blasphemes the Lord, blasphemes his devotees, then we should definitely fight them back, right? If someone say Krishna doesn't have a form, they are Mayavadis, yeah, you should argue with them, or you should try to prove your point, not like physically going to fight or something. But yes, we should prove, or a devotee can become transcendently anger in these conditions. Now in 1.20 the sloka, it says right? So Arjuna is asking Krishna, please park my chariot between the both. You can see the Kauravas and Pandavas in the middle. Arjuna is asking Krishna to park the chariot. Now oh infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those who are present. So okay, so why Achyuta is, the term Achyuta is used, as he said, is infallible. But what is the other reasons Krishna mentions in the, can you raise your digital hand? Prabhupada mentions in the purport. The two reasons why Krishna is called Achyuta. Yes, Nidhi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, though he was Supreme Personality of Godhead, but still he, listened to the commands of Arjuna, being a charioteer in that role.
Yes. Yeah.
And other reason is like, Krishna takes like, he feels good when his pure devotees take full control of him, kind of, commands him on something. So.
Yeah. Very nice. So Krishna never fails to reciprocate to his devotees. Or so Achyuta means someone who does not fall. Like for example, now Arjuna, Krishna has become the chariot driver of Arjuna. Does that mean Krishna becomes just a driver? Like some of your friends come home and you take them for a ride and you're driving. They're sitting behind. Will you become a driver for them? No, you're a friend. It's out of compassion and friendship and love you're driving. Right? Similarly, Krishna is driving for Arjuna just as a friendship. Those he Sakha Chedi, Sakha, they are friends, right? So it doesn't mean he falls from the position of being the Supreme Personality of God. Govindama Adipurisham Tamaham Pachami. He's still the Adipurusha. He's still the Supreme Personality of Godhead, doesn't fall from his position. That is meaning of Achyuta. Second meaning, as Mataji said, he never fails to reciprocate his devotees or never fails to protect his devotees. How the devotee approach Krishna, reciprocate the same way, right? So Krishna is called Achyuta because he never fails in his affection for his devotees. Second, even though he becomes a chariot driver, he doesn't fall from the position of being the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And third reason, it's also said, it's out of box, it's said in Bhagavatam that why Krishna is called Achyuta, because when he descends in this material world, Krishna don't have to change his form. Like we take different material bodies, our soul takes different bodies, but for Krishna, he doesn't fall in changing his body. He comes in his transcendental position, right? And we are being attacked by Maya, or the three modes of material nature. Krishna never get attacked by Maya. In fact, he's the controller of Maya. So in that way, Krishna is called Achyuta, right? He doesn't fall from his being the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so we have seen all this. We saw how Duryodhana's diplomacy was, and also we discussed like a Brahmana, like Dronacharya being a nice Brahmana trained in the Shraddhaman, and also we saw why the flags was depicted with the symbol of Hanuman, and also we saw why Arjuna wanted Krishna to park the chariot in the middle. But why in the middle? Why can't be on the side? Why Arjuna want to go in the middle? Ubayor madhye. Why in the madhya? Right? Why? Senayorubayor madhye radhavsthavya me achyuta. This is common sense. Why he wanted in the middle? Yes. Yeah, Dikshit. So he want to see everyone and analyze. Yes, Suresh Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, he wanted to show both the armies that he is not willing to fight.
You wanted to?
He wanted to show to both the armies that he do not want to fight.
Yeah. So like he wanted to see them who all have come to fight, and also in the middle. Why? Like sometimes you go to a movie for in a theater, you want to sit in the middle. You can see a complete picture, not on the sides. So you want to see who all have come. Why he want to see who all have come? We'll see in the next class. Okay. You want to understand Krishna from Bhagavad Gita and become situated in Krishna consciousness, engaging himself in devotional service. He has reached the highest perfection of knowledge offered by Vedic literature. So when we study Bhagavad Gita, we are actually worshipping Krishna. Don't think, oh, I'm wasting a lot of time. I could go for a movie. I could watch a match or something now every Sunday. No, this is actually we are worshipping Krishna by going in depth in learning Bhagavad Gita. Okay. If one adopts the principles enunciated in Bhagavad Gita, he can make his life perfect and make a permanent solution of all the problems in life. This is the sum and substance of entire Bhagavad Gita. So, in the first chapter, 22 slokas, what did we learn? All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, what do you think we learned today? What is the take-home lesson today? So, can I meet you all if you okay? Shriya Mataji, Muran Mai, Suresh Prabhu. Yeah. So some of you I already know. Some of you are like new to me. Niti Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay. So we'll just try to make a session interactive, right? I'm also learning with you. So any comments you can add, because I don't know much about Mahabharata and Ramayana and all. Because Prabhupada gave only Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's too much for me to take. So we'll just fix on Bhagavad Gita. We don't go depth into Bhagavatam studies, okay? I mean the Mahabharata studies, but then we'll try to understand each and every point. So this is how a Bhakti Shastri level is, okay? So in Bhakti Shastri, we go in deep. Sometimes we will not be covering every sloka because it's not practically possible to cover 700 slokas, but yes, most of the slokas will touch and go, so that Bhakti Shastri studies is planned in such a way it's divided into like that. Okay, so hope today's session was good, and today we learned the lesson like Krishna reciprocates to his devotees. He's Achyuta. He doesn't fail from reciprocating to his devotees, never fail to protect his devotees. Like how Arjuna went and to surrender to Krishna. So we should also go to Krishna or his representative. And another lesson we learned is how Arjuna takes blessing from Hanumanji, like following a Vaishnava. So we should also take blessings from our senior Vaishnavas, our Shiksha Gurus. I'm very, very grateful to Namanishta Prabhu for arranging such a online in a Bhagavad Gita study, which is like very rare. Not everyone gets this opportunity. So don't leave. Whatever happens, try to attend the class. And this is just a first day. So we have a long way to go. But then don't leave. No? Sometimes we may not be able to follow. Sometimes you feel I'm a little fast, but I need to cover. So the thing is, you should read and come. Now, those who have answered today, I am sure you have read and come. Unless you read the purport, it's very easy. If you read the purports of Srila Prabhupada, oh, I missed all these points. No, you feel like Prabhupada have given such a simplified way. Only thing is, you may not be able to recollect sometimes, but then you read over and again. Okay, and reading means, as you all Bhakti Shastri students, I request all of you to have a small notebook with you and write down the important points and study Prabhupada's book. Not just reading. Scrutinizingly study Prabhupada's book. And I hope some can really become preachers. You can preach Krishna consciousness. Even if you don't preach, at least for ourselves, we would like to improve. We like to be fixed in Krishna consciousness. Even Maya is so strong. So when you become fixed, then what happens? Even if Maya pricks you with her trishul, nothing will happen. You'll become fixed because you know. So we have started our studies by Prabhupada's mercy. And Mr. Prabhu's mercy, we have started. So let's go on. And please fill the attendance form. Nivedita Mataji, thank you so much for doing this service. So she'll be posting every Sunday, every week, the attendance form. It's very important to have attendance. Please be interactive in the class. Even if you go wrong, no problem. It's like a small group discussion. We don't have much people in the Bhakti Shastri so that we can have one-to-one interaction. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes, Neha Mataji. Can you unmute? Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Actually, we were shifting between the rooms, so I think we've lost the link of the class. Sorry, attendance.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it was in the breakout room. Yeah, Nidhi, Mataji, Nivedita Mataji, can you post it again? Just once in the chat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I hope did breakout room really help you all? Like I'll unmute everyone. Is it okay? Like because every session we're going to have a breakout session.
Yes,
Mataji, it was good, Mataji.
Okay.
It was good to interact with other devotees.
Yeah, it's very nice to interact. Good. Yes, Sindhu Mataji, what's your question?
Hare Krishna. Who gave the clue to Draupadi to call Krishna when she was insulted and nobody was helping her?
Yeah, actually, she looked at all her 5 husbands and nobody helped. All were looking down. And then she looked at Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya. One of them, I don't remember who exactly, but I think Bhishmacharya was just looking up, just giving her a sign that just call Krishna, because Bhishma is a pure devotee. No, when he was in Sharashaya, he was reciting the Vishnu Sahasranam and he went back home back to Godhead. So that's